Hi guys, just doing a quick review for Ozark season 4 part 1. So yeah, definitely enjoyed part 1 of season 4. Man, the way how they start things as well. Kind of foreshadowing what's going to happen, I guess, going into part 2. But yeah, spoilers, since I just want it to be a quick review. So yeah, basically at the beginning we kind of see that the whole family, Wendy, Marty, Charlotte and Jonah, they all end up in a car crash, which I guess they're kind of like a happy family in that moment as well before the car crash. And that's basically how they start the season. They don't really let us know like if they're okay or anything. We're just gonna have to think like, let's hope they made it. But they're kind of setting up what leads to that event, like in two parts though. So we're not really gonna see how it leads up to that until probably part two. Yeah, like when they try to leave or something with how things go with Navarro and his son. Yeah, Navarro's son, man. He kind of reminds me of the guy from the first season. Yeah, that first cartel guy we met, man, because he was ruthless, and this guy's the same. And Navarro, he's just trying to get out of, I guess, the game. He doesn't want to be the boss anymore, and he's willing to give up a lot of information and have immunity. Well, that's what he mainly wants. And if things are not going fully his way, he's going to do everything to make sure it does happen that way. So that's why when Wendy and Marty, kind of give him bad news, he tells them that it has to be that way, or there is no other way. And that's when they're kind of working with that cop again, that FBI agent, yeah, who has the baby, which she's had her baby now. Just to make a deal with Navarro, which she kind of in a way kind of gets forced to do the deal to help him get immunity by talking to to her bosses basically, yeah, to arrange the deal. And at the same time, yeah, I guess Waff left Marty, like they're not working together anymore, and she's kind of making deals with Darlene and Wyatt to make like some weed business, but that kind of also interferes with Navarro's son's stuff. So he kind of warns them. Well, Navarro, I think, is it Navarro who warns them? Like if they keep doing that, like there's going to be trouble. Which by the end we already know what happens, which I'll get to that. And Jonah also is kind of working with Roth and Darlene and them, since John is kind of distancing himself away from his family with the things they've been doing. One, basically the sheriff dies, but that's actually related to Navarro. I mean Navarro's son anyway, because he's a loose cannon. He just kills the sheriff. Oh my god, just like that. Like he really thought that's a good idea because that's gonna just pile the bodies up. Because throughout the season, a lot of people get killed that could, build a case and make things mess up, which by the end they kind of do, but it could probably get even worse in part two. Yeah. Because Waff, she's getting to a point where, things are not really working out with what they're doing right now with the weed stuff, especially when she was able to get like a legit person, like who has a restaurant, to be part of it, but then something happens where he has like a heart attack from having some of the drugs, which is probably a bad idea. But she saves his life, but then he just wants to get out at that moment. And I don't know if that kind of makes her want to leave as well. But she also wants to leave with Wyatt, but he doesn't really want to go. He doesn't want to leave Darlene. But when he starts to see Darlene killing people, like one of the people who was, I guess, a part of the deal with the restaurant guy, like he was gonna possibly snitch on them, but then Darlene shoots him. Then there's the thing with the Tommy actor's dad, which yeah, if you know who I mean, because the power actor, like his dad, also has trouble with Darlene, and he ends up getting killed as well. And then that kind of makes some drama with the Tommy actor and Darlene. Like, Darlene just makes a lot of enemies, and it's kind of obvious how things are going to end for her. And then when something happens with the cartel guy, like things are just getting a mess with like some of the deals and stuff, and having to need to get Ralph to help him out and stuff. Just things got so heated, man. Yeah, and also that person they're working with, yeah, that legit person whose business was like dire, but then she decides to agree to work with them to help him out. But then it gets to a point where she doesn't really want to work with them anymore. Yeah, but she kind of gets forced by Navarro's son and all that, which yeah, with the way how the first part ends, I don't know if like she's to blame, but I'll just talk more about her in the second half. Yeah, I ain't really got much to say about her anyway, because she was someone who was used to help move the illegal stuff anyway. But yeah, things didn't really work out one of the times when, you know, the FBI agent kind of busts like the deal and then also busts Navarro, because the first time there was like a big explosion and that kind of messed up the deal a little bit. Then the second time was to take down Navarro, which I'm kind of surprised she did that because that would also put the main characters in danger. But I just don't know if she's trying to look out for herself now or yeah, because this could be a huge blowback if things go wrong, especially with the son, with what he could do. But yeah, when Navarro gets arrested, he makes a he's still able to get some kind of deal going, but you know it was really hard to convince the FBI agents and all them, the bosses. And you know Navarro's son, like when he saw his dad get arrested, he was willing to kill Marty, but then he kind of tells him that there's still a chance to get his dad out of jail and stuff if he agrees to this deal. That gets done, but Navarro's son's still kind of mad with what happened. And since he sees that, Darlene is still doing her weed business, she kind of goes to Darlene and, kills Darlene and Wyatt, which he should have just left with Waff when she wanted to leave because she was kind of done with this stuff. She was going to leave with, like, Zeke and Wyatt, but Wyatt decided to stay. And in that moment, like, the baby could have got killed as well, but I guess the Navarro family don't really kill kids, so that's probably why he spared the baby, yeah. And now she just wants revenge on Navarro's son. Like she wants to kill him. So that's what they kind of set up going into the second half. Like what she's gonna do, because we had this storyline about the power actor's dad getting killed and how he wanted to get revenge, but he decided to refuse to do that because Waff kind of took care of that by paying him. Now she wants to actually get revenge. Like just seeing her get so mad and stuff. Oh my god, because Wyatt meant a lot to her. She was like that was basically her family, her remaining family. And now they're all gone, but she still has the baby right now. But yeah, and Marty and Randy couldn't really control her. And speaking of Randy, man, she was crazy in this season. The things she was doing, especially to her own son. Oh my god, nearly getting him arrested because of all the things John has been doing with his accounts. Yeah, things behind Randy's back and all that. And Randy wanted to get revenge by breaking into where he's staying, getting all of his information and messing up his accounts, and then Marty has to fix that, and then it causes drama with Jonah and Randy, yeah. And then Randy also trying to get Ben's ashes back from Waff, but I'm surprised she would even care. And then the stuff with her dad as well, which they have a terrible relationship, yeah. Just Wendy, she became so ruthless, man. She nearly let Darlene die because she had like a heart attack and she nearly died, and she was just watching just all the things she did in this season and how Navarro just views her as like equals in a way, maybe not full equals, but he did respect Wendy in this season, and I can see why. She was like kind of ruthless in this season, and to me she had like the best parts in this season. So I'd say so far she's my favorite character this season because I guess the last 4 seasons, season 1 and 2, it was Waff. I love Waff. Season 3, Ben, like the best acting of that year. Season 4 right now is Wendy because she's really entertaining right now, and it's just weird to see her as the most dangerous one in the family with the things she can do, especially to her own family as well. Yeah. But yeah, we'll just see what happens going into the second half. I guess I'll just end the review here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. And peace. See you in part 2.